Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Today we're talking about the K2 Reckoner 102W. New ski for 2025. The name carries over, but they did tweak the construction and the shape just a little bit. Mostly it's a construction update for 2025, and I'm really glad they did this. Reckoner 102 has been a great ski over the past, I think, 3 seasons, but every once in a while we saw some issues with durability, some kind of excessive top sheet chipping, some delamination in certain skis, and K2 essentially just redesigned it with a focus on durability while retaining everything else that the ski was good at. So Aspen wood core in this ski. We also get triaxial braided fiberglass, We get carbon boost braid, so some longitudinal carbon stringers. And then we also get spectral braid, which is more of a cross-hatching application that's actually controlling torsional stiffness in different portions of the ski. So basically its edge grip or its ability or not ability to twist. Its resistance to twisting would be a ski with a lot of torsional stiffness. The change to or the focus on durability is mostly seen in this top sheet material. We've got a nice kind of textured top sheet material now, as well as basically a partial vertical sidewall, or rather partial cap. So it still is a true vertical sidewall sandwich construction ski, but the top sheet kind of just like wraps over the edge just a little bit, which is going to do a really, really good job improving durability. I have a pair of the Reckoner 102 non-W, so the quote-unquote men's ski. There's no difference between them from construction. You just get different graphics and different length breakdowns. But I skied it really, really hard last season, and I haven't seen any signs of damage or even like excessive wear and tear. So I think they did a really good job improving construction. Kind of with the focus on added durability, the skis got a little bit heavier. This is a 163 that we have here, and it's 1,715 grams. So not tremendously heavy. There are heavier skis out there, but the previous version definitely was on the lighter side of the spectrum, and now I would say we're kind of middle of the road, but still a very, very soft flex pattern. So that's something that's hugely important to these skis. They wouldn't be what they are if they weren't just very, very soft, which for some skiers is awesome, and for some skiers, they might not find enough stability. So rocker camber, rocker shape here. It's got a lot of rocker. So, 102 underfoot, we're kind of obviously or always looking for some soft snow performance with this width, and having this rocker profile works really well. It is a relatively symmetrical, balanced rocker profile too. It's not a completely symmetrical ski, but this kind of camber profile does allow you to put a true center mount point on here if you wanted to. And then, obviously a twin tip shape here. You get a ton of splay back there for skiing backwards. For side cut, this ski is 134, 102, 127. So like I said, not perfectly symmetrical, but pretty close. It's a really nice shape for this ski because it retains some directional all-mountain freeride performance, but it's still balanced and feels evenly weighted when you're spinning or sliding rails or anything like that. So that's it. Great skis. They've always been fantastic for people that kind of like to split their time between the terrain park and then just like exploring and playing around the rest of the mountain. Kind of like a make the mountain your playground type of ski if you love kind of seeking out side hits or like finding little spots to make a slashy turn or just kind of playing and being creative with the terrain. This ski is awesome. I also think it's worth considering a ski like this even if you don't fall into kind of that description. My lovely fiance or potentially wife by the time you're watching this video, depending on when you're watching it. She has a race background. She really, on paper, is not a Reckoner 102 skier at all. And it's kind of fun, like putting somebody like that on this ski who wouldn't choose it, wouldn't even really consider it, and then it kind of opens up their eyes, and you see the light bulb moment of like, oh, well, that's just really fun. And that's kind of what this ski is all about. You know, in our testing feedback, for men and for women, for the Reckoner 102, you don't see high scores for stability. You don't really see high scores for edge grip either, even though they're controlling torsional stiffness. But you do see really high scores for things like maneuverability and playfulness and even forgiveness. So really fun ski. I also think especially for a lighter weight skier, if you're on the East Coast, this could be like your go-to powder ski. We don't get a tremendous amount of snow. Even here in northern Vermont, there's a limit to how many really deep days you have. And Reckoner 102, although it does all those things that we talked about so far, it can be a kind of crossover park ski, it also could be a powder ski. You know, you might want to consider moving the mount point at least to midsole or maybe a centimeter back if all you're going to be doing on it is skiing it as a directional ski in powder. But I do think that there's a capability there, or a potential there. So that's it. That is the Reckoner 102W from K2. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.